Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina from beautiful Venezuela. And we went through the K1 visa process like you guys. It took 22 months. And Karina lived in Bogota, Colombia for almost 6 years. And we dated for years. And we got married on January 14th, 2024. Now we're waiting for Karina's green card. When we submitted Karina's green card, we got a repeat medical exam done in Pensacola, in Florida. We live in the panhandle of Florida. Now, I'm seeing lots of folks getting RFEs, requests for further evidence, because they didn't include a 693 medical exam in a sealed envelope with their vaccination records with their green card application. One person sent their application in for the green card 4 months ago, and today they got an RFE. Immigration, where's your medical exam? Where is it? Where's your vaccinations? Where is it? Why didn't you include it in the green card application? Well, I made a video that you must repeat the medical exam in the United States of America by a civil surgeon who is authorized by the State Department to do medical exams for green card applications. Repeat it. Some states cost more than other states, okay? But now this person got an RFE, so they got to find a civil surgeon in their city who's authorized by the State Department. They got to get a medical exam, they get the vaccination shot records updated, and send it back to USCIS. I think it's in Chicago. Just get the medical exam. Repeat it. Just repeat it. Adam's in the house. What's going on, Adam? Hello, Adam. Harold A. Hey, MVC sent me my case is on hold at the MVC. You know why it's on hold at the MVC? Your case is on hold at the National Visa Center because the U.S. Embassy is busy. They're busy. They don't have the time. The embassy right now doesn't have the time to process your K1 visa, because they're processing lots of other K1 visas. So the MVC will not send your package, even though you've got an approved visa. They won't send it to the embassy until the embassy gets on busy. And right now, the MVC is telling you that your packet is on hold. They're just waiting on the embassy to get freed up. That's all. Don't panic. Tina, hello, Diego and Karina. I just got my NOA2 letter today. Congratulations. I'm assuming it's an approved NOA2 letter, right? Obviously you did. So we're going to give, how long is that? Well, it depends on how busy the embassy is. If the embassy's busy for 2 months, it'll be 2 months. If the embassy's busy for 1 month, it could be 1 month. It depends on how busy the embassy is. Tina got approved. So we give Tina a Mountain Dew salute for NOA2 letter getting approved. Now, on the NOA2 letter, okay, Tina, on the NOA2 letter, under the beneficiary's name, you're going to find the alien number, the A number. Look on the NOA2 letter, look under the name, and you'll find the alien registration number. Okay? That A number must go on the I-134 when your sponsor fills out when the sponsor fills out the I-134 declaration of financial support for the embassy interview. You got to put the alien number on the I-134. Where do you get the alien registration number from? It's on the NOA2 letter, right below the name. Howard A. Okay, thanks. God bless. Howard A. Relax. Okay, back in July of 2023, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, said the same thing to people. We can't, your visa's on hold right now at the MVC. It's not going anywhere because the embassy's busy. July, the whole month of July, Bogota in 2023 didn't accept any more K1 visas from the MVC. In August, they did. In August of 2023, they started reprocessing the new people. So they were on hold for a month. So it could take a month. I figure probably a month. Melis Ghana, hello, greetings to you and your beautiful wife, sir. Sending love from Lubbock, Texas, the great state of Texas. Now, Texas is the second largest state in the union. There are 50 states in the United States of America, 50 states. Hawaii is the 50th state, the newest one. And Delaware was the first one, but Texas is the second largest. The largest state in America is Alaska. Okay, Tina, thanks. No problem, Tina. Congratulations. Look for the also, Tina, on your NOA2 letter. It says that you have a 4-month window of time to process your K1 visa. Make sure after 30 days you send an inquiry to the NVC, checking in, say what's the status of my case. That will extend your NOA2 letter. Okay. Edgery Martinez. Edgery. Now, Edgery is Karina's brother, and he's from Venezuela, living in beautiful Colombia. So, hola, Edgery, ¿cómo estás? Hello, Diego and Karina. Buenas tardes. Un abrazo enorme para ambos. Oh, gracias, gracias. Now, Edgery, tú es muy grande hombre, so calma conmigo, okay? Pero tu hermana aquí. Tina, once we get the welcome letter, how long do we have to schedule the interview? Well, when you get the welcome letter, it's the K1 FTP letter. That's what you're going to look for, the K1 FTP letter. What you're going to do, Tina, is you're going to wait for the embassy to send you the in-transit. Well, the embassy is going to give the in-transit, then the ready status. Once you get the ready status, it could take about 3 or 4 weeks. Once you get the NVC welcome letter, it could take 3 or 4 weeks for the embassy to get in touch with you. You can then schedule your visa interview from the email that the embassy sends an email to you, the packet 3, packet 4 email. Okay? That's how it works, Tina. We're going to walk you through it. We'll get you through this. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. And Edry Martinez. Edry, por favor, tú es grande hombre, ¿ok? Tú calma. Tu hermana aquí, abrazos bien. Para mí, relaja. Chris Foley, hi Diego. Once they approved the K1 visa after the interview in Bogota, when will they release the visa package? In about 6 days, 5 days. Michael Bonsu, hello Diego and Karina. I got a couple of questions. Number one, do I have to sign my tax returns form and attach it to the I-134? Yes, you must sign your tax returns. If you don't, they're not valid. If you don't sign your tax returns, they're invalid. Number two, you don't attach it, you don't staple it, but your I-134 is going to be on the top. You're going to get a financial file, okay? Make a folder of financials. Number one is going to be your I-134, signed and dated by you. Not a copy, not a PDF, not a scan. The original I-134. You fill it out, you sign it. Behind the I-134, you're going to put 3 years worth of tax returns that you have signed. 3 years worth of tax transcripts, 3 years worth of W-2s or 1099s. If you cannot get the tax transcript for 2023, relax. It's because the IRS hasn't created it yet. You're going to get 12 months worth of bank statements, highlight the deposits into your bank. You're going to get your boss to write a letter. This is where, you work. This is how much money you make per year. This is how long you've been in the company. This is your position in the company. Okay? And get 6 months worth of pay stubs. You got it, Michael? You got it. Let's see here. Bud Garcia, I miss you guys on Saturday because it was early. Yeah, we did the live stream early on Saturday. So people in Africa, Philippines, Australia, they watch us from England. We wanted to give those folks an opportunity not to have to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning watching the live stream. But today we're here at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay? And then we'll be back again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time and again on Saturday. And maybe on Friday I'll do an early live stream for people that live in Africa, the Philippines, etc. Bud Garcia, the I-134 is the one that I signed and not my fiance, right? Okay, let me explain to everybody, including Bud, what the I-134 is. The I-134 is a declaration of financial support filled out by the sponsor, in this case, Bud. You will fill out the I-134, okay? You will sign it. Your beneficiary doesn't sign it. Your beneficiary doesn't touch it. The only time your beneficiary in Thailand will touch the I-134 is after you have filled it out completely and signed it, and you're going to fly to Thailand and give it to her in person, right? That's what you're going to do. You sign the I-134. The Declaration of Financial Support is a document that tells the consular officer at the embassy that you, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, are going to financially take care of your beneficiary at 100% plus. When you get to the United States, bud, you're going to fill out the I-864, the affidavit of support, where you're going to repeat everything again. But this time you got to make way above 125% of the minimum income. If you don't make way above 125%, get a joint sponsor. Michael Bonsu, my yearly income for Uber for 2022 and 2023 were all less than $500 each of those years. Do I attach that information? And do I have to notarize my letter of intent? No, you don't have to notarize your letter of intent to get married. You must sign it. That's good enough. That's a legal, your signature makes it a legal document. Yes, include your Uber income. Okay, even if it was $5. Income is income. Money is money. Dinero is dinero. Efectivo is efectivo. Chris Foley, so my fiance will have to go up to Bogota from Medellin to pick it up. Do they take that into consideration if she lives in another city? When you, Chris, schedule the visa interview, you have a couple of choices where the passport can be picked up. One choice is Bogota, Colombia. A second choice is in Medellin. If you choose Medellin as the location where your beneficiary will pick up her passport, then she won't have to come back to Bogota. She can pick it up from Medellin. If she lives in Medellin, when you fill out when you go online, you get the packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy in Bogota, Colombia. You click on the links. You pay the visa fee, $265. You schedule the visa interview, the biometrics. And then they ask you, where do you want to pick up the visa when it's completed? You get two choices. I believe. It's two choices, Bogota or Medellin. Click on Medellin. That's how you do it. So she won't have to make a trip from Medellin back to Bogota once she gets her visa interview completed, okay? Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Francois, everything is all set to go for FedEx tomorrow. Why not today? Why tomorrow? ¿Por qué mañana? Today's Monday, right? See, hoy lunes. Today's Monday. Why didn't you send it today, Francois? Send it overnight FedEx tomorrow. Get it done. Francois, come on now. Chris Foley, how do I change that if I already chose Bogota? So you do remember that, right? Go back into the SIAC account, go back into the embassy in Bogota, and you should be able to change it. You get one chance to change it, and it depends on how much time has passed. If too much time has passed, then you can't change it. Okay? But go back into the SIAC account where you schedule the visa interview, where you set up the pickup point, and you should be able to change it back to Medellin. Hopefully not too much time has passed, okay? Francois, good evening, Diego and Karina. Bud Garcia, okay, that is what I thought. And yes, I will be taking it to her next month. Is 80,000 enough? Is 80,000 what? 80,000 what? Pesos? 80,000 baht? Thai baht? What are we talking about? 80,000 grains of sand? Or $80,000? $80,000. Let's see, Bud, how many people could you sponsor making $80,000 a year? Well, you could sponsor 10 people. You can sponsor 10 people, Bud, if you make 80 grand a year. So you're good. Chris Foley, they said I have till May 12th. Okay. You have until May 12th. Get back in the computer and change the location for pickup to Medellin. And then that way your prometida doesn't have to fly back and forth to Bogota. Right? She can then fly from Medellin to the United States via Bogota. And hopefully you're going to accompany her to the USA and fly American Airlines or Avianca. Hopefully you're going to get to accompany her from Colombia to America. Chris Foley, you have till May 12th to change it. Go change it. Go back into this SEAC and change it. Antonio, how long does the green card process take after filing? 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. As long as you don't get an RFE. If you must, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that you include a brand new medical exam in your green card application. Get a new 693 filled out and signed by a civil surgeon approved by the U.S. State Department in America. Plus, get your vaccinations recertified and include it in your green card application. If you don't, you're going to get an RFE. Immigration is going to say, well, yeah, you had a medical exam in Bogota, Colombia 3 months ago. That's great. But where is it? ¿Dónde? Did the Border Patrol take it when you landed in the United States? Did the embassy take the time to mail it to this lockbox in Chicago? No, they probably don't. They don't have the time. When you get to America, redo your medical exam, get a brand new 693 and a vaccination certificate recertified, and get it included in your green card application. I took beautiful Karina to Pensacola, and we redid the medical exam. It cost me $175. Whoop-de-doo. I got a sealed envelope to USCIS only. Medical exam for Karina, and then on the back it was all taped up. That went in Karina's green card application. So we're not going to get an RFE for a medical exam because I included it. Larry Piracy, deep pockets, bud. Yeah, he's doing good. We're proud of him. David B. Hi, Diego. I'm here in Mexico with my future wife. Visa interview is April 18th. That's like 3 days away. That's 3 days away. You're almost there. You're at the end zone. You're done. You're there. Good job. Fantastic. David B. Great job. Congratulations. You made it this far. You're almost there. Antonio, how's Karina's driving lesson going? Karina conduce bien. Very good. She's driving like a champ. She's great. She's going to pass the driver's test the first time. Okay? She's never driven a car before in her life. Now she's driving like a champ on private property. It's on private property. Don't drive on the highways and freeways of America, number one, without a U.S. driver's license, and number two, without a green card. Okay? But you can drive on private land. Let me see. Chris Foley, yes, I would not have her fly by herself. Good, Chris. Good. David B, but I'm not sure where the approval visa will be sent if we don't get it right after the interview. You're not going to get, David B, when you go to the visa interview, your beneficiary, she's not going to get her visa that day. It's got to be processed. It's a highly secure process. It's a very sensitive document that has got all kinds of biometric data and information encoded in the picture and in everything. It takes 24, 48 hours to do that. Okay? It's going to take 5-6 days to get the K1 visa. Okay? It's not going to get right. You're not going to get it right that day. David B, I don't know where the approval visa will be sent if we don't get it right after the interview. It needs to go to the place where you put on the SEAC account. When I scheduled Karina's visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, from this computer right here, they asked me where do you want to have your visa picked up? And I said right here in Bogota at this address. Boom, there he goes. Karina had her visa interview. Then we had to get an Interpol police certificate. Then we went back and picked up her K1 visa in her passport at the location that I picked on the computer. Okay? So I'm not sure if it will go back to her house in Zamora. Let me see. Oh, David B, I'm not sure where the approval visa will be sent if we don't get it right after the visa interview. We will be in Juarez until we get it, but I'm not sure if we'll go back to her house in Zamora. Well, only this takes 5 or 6 days. So plan on a little vacation in Juarez, Ciudad, and wait for it to get processed. Just hang out in Juarez. How much is a hotel? It can't be that much money. Bud Garcia, I don't have deep pockets, Larry. Bud Garcia, come on, man. You make $88,000 a year. You don't have deep pockets. You're doing good, and we're proud of you. Larry Piercy, visa fee paid. Larry gets a Mountain Dew salute. Larry, thank you for this Mountain Dew, by the way. I'm going to schedule the appointment tomorrow and then take time to Mountain Dew time with you to check. Oh, okay, Larry. Well, we're going to give you a Mountain Dew salute. I'm getting low on Mountain Dew. Karina likes Mountain Dew. So we're getting through it pretty quick, which is good because Karina loves it. Mountain Dew time with Diego to check me. Okay, you're good. I will check over your paperwork. Bud Garcia, I'm glad you got it paid, Larry. Bud Garcia, now you have to get an appointment. That's correct. Larry knows that. Michael Bonsu, what kind of questions should we expect for the interview as we prepare? When was the last time did your sponsor come visit you in your home country? That's one question. How long did it take for your relationship to develop? How long were you dating each other? 6 months, 12 months? They're going to ask questions about your family. They're going to ask questions about your income. How much money does your sponsor make? Where does he work? What does he do for a living? Has he been married before? Has he been divorced? These are questions that will come up. Questions like, do you have any family members? Has your sponsor, the beneficiary may be asked, have you been to the United States before? Have you ever had a K1 visa before? Have you ever had a B2 visa before? Have you ever been to the USA before? Do you have any family in the United States? They could ask questions like that. Dress business casual, relax, don't sweat the visa interview, okay? So relax, Michael. Rooster, on form I-134, page 6, part 3, block 14 for listing income from employment. I get several pensions and get 1099s for each. Can I put here, or should I list everything in item 17 for assets? You add up all your 1099s and if you have any W-2s. If all you're getting are 1099s, that's no problem. You add up the total income of your 1099s and or W-2s, and that's where it goes in there. On page 6, part 3, block 14, your total income from your job, from your retirement, if you get 1099s, what are you, a real estate agent? If you get real estate agents get 1099s. Retired military get 1099s. Don't put income in your assets. Don't put it there. No. Your 1099 income is included with your W-2 income, and it gets listed on page 6, part 3. Total income. Bud Garcia, now we have to find out how to do the gas, Larry. How to do the GSS. Oh, yeah, I went over the GSS with you guys. Rooster, what do you suggest? I have a lot to put in block 17 already. In block 17, you just put your assets. In block 3, you put your total income. On all your 1099s, your W-2s. Castell 207, my beautiful Thai fiance has our interview May 6th. May 6th. Thank you for your help with this process. Not a problem. Not a problem. We're glad to help you guys. Thailand. My dad lives in Thailand. He lives in Chiang Mai. Okay, he owns a restaurant, a Thai restaurant in Chiang Mai. He's married to a beautiful Thai lady, and he's happy as a clam. He's been living in Thailand for 25, 26, 27 years. I lost count. Rooster, do you understand? Retired Navy and Department of Defense and SSA. Okay. You get three 1099s from the Navy, the DOD, and the SSA. You add up the income, you add up the total amount of those 3 incomes on your 1099s, and that goes on page 6. Okay, you got it? You understand what I said there, right? Don't put it under your assets. Let me see. Make sure. Larry Piercy, Bud held me back. What do you mean Bud held you back? How did he do that? Come on, Larry. T-Bone 1241. My fiance has an interview in Bogota, May 7th. So we got Thailand and Colombia folks getting their K1 visa interviews next month. Very close. Not much longer, guys. Larry Piercy blocked me. Who blocked you? What, Bud Garcia blocked you? What? Why did he? No, he didn't. No, he doesn't. Larry, I looked. So Larry and Bud are talking about somebody who blocked them. What? The only place I know where you can get blocked is on Facebook. Okay? And if you have a Facebook account, then that's your problem. You should delete your Facebook account. Get rid of it. All it is a place for the government to spy on you and to post your lunch and dinners and breakfasts. Get rid of Facebook. Delete it. Hang out on YouTube. So let's see. Come on, give me some questions. Rooster, add up your 1099s. Put the total amount on your I-134, not under assets. Okay. Larry Piercy, Diego, tell me a little about GSS. I'm trying. It's to do with I can't remember the acronym. I just went over it with Bud like 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to remember what it is. It's something to do with the K1 visa application. But as long as you've got a visa interview scheduled in Thailand, okay, and you've paid the visa fee, and you've printed the DS-160 confirmation page, no, it's not a paper. No, there's no paper to fill out. Rooster, man, Rooster. Mountain Dew salute to Rooster for that super chat. And we appreciate that. I'm retired from the Navy too, Rooster. I retired from the U.S. Navy, so I get a 1099. Real estate agents get 1099s. So what I did was I added up my 1099s and I put that on the I-134. Okay, not under assets. The only thing I put under assets was the house. Really, that was it. And even then, that really wasn't necessary. Michael Bonsu, stocks go under assets. Correct. That's correct. Stocks, annuities, those go. The value of all the furniture in your house, the value of your second car. Now, if you have two cars, you can use one for assets. You can get a Kelley Blue Book done on your second car, the most valuable one, and you can get it appraised at a car dealership, and you can use your second car. If you only have one car, you cannot use the car as assets on your I-134 or your I-864. You can only use a car for assets if you have two cars. T-Bone 1241 for the I-134 for the bank statements. Is the front page sufficient for each month? Yes. Don't print all the pages. They just want to see what the deposits are. The only parts of the bank statements you're going to include is where it shows the money is going in. You get a yellow highlighter and you highlight the deposits. You show that your name and address is. I'm sorry. You show your name and address is on the bank statement so that you can prove those bank statements belong to you. Immigration just want to see how much money did you make and how can you prove that? Pay stubs and direct deposits into your bank. The U.S. Navy, I'm retired from the Navy, they send me a monthly check, okay? And I highlighted that on the bank statement so immigration can see my Navy retirement. In yellow. Let's see. Larry Piercy, I had hell trying to get to where my pay visa fee. It's a challenge to pay the visa fee. It's like you're going through a maze, right? You're going through a maze, and oh look, there it is. That's where I pay the visa fee. I know it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy, but you can do it. I got faith in you. I know you can do it. You're gonna get through it. And this GSS, I can't. It's got to do with the visa application, but there's no paperwork involved. Why do they do this, Larry Piercy? Well, they don't want to make it easy. Number one, Because if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it, right? The K1 visa is for people who are in real relationships, who are somewhat intelligent, that know how to figure out paperwork and make enough money to take care of their beneficiary, and they don't have a criminal record. So they make it difficult. They give you a long wait time. They make the paperwork complicated. They make this complicated. They make that complicated. But those folks that love their beneficiaries, if you guys love each other and you guys are strong, you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna get through it. Or if you want, you can just hang out with us on this channel, and we'll give you the information for free. And then it doesn't cost you a penny. Now, I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. I don't work for the USCIS or the State Department. But I got 9 years experience doing this. I can write a book on how to process a K1 visa. Processing a green card application is easy. If you listen to me, if you watch the videos I've made on how to do it, you're going to get your green card application done. And more than likely, you won't have to have another interview. Okay? Some people put together a pitiful green card application. It's just pitiful. The marriage certificate, the plane tickets, and a couple of photos from the wedding, and the 485, 864, and the 693. Immigration is going to open up and go, it's going to be like this thin. Immigration is going to say, okay, these folks need a face-to-face. We want to see them in person. You're going to get scheduled to go in front of an immigration officer to explain your pitiful little green card application. And the 765. If you want, you don't have to include a 765. It's not mandatory. At this stage, I wouldn't even waste my time with the 765. The work permit and the advanced parole is going to cost you $6, $7, $8, close to $1,000 for those two forms. Plus, you got to pay $1,440 for the green card and the biometrics. Don't waste your money on the advanced parole and the work permit at this point, because you got to pay for them now. It used to be free. You know, you come to America, become an American, live in America. Why do you need advanced parole? Let's see here. Larry Piercy, no, they switch immigrants to non-immigrant, had to buy another computer to mind in the street. Larry, you sound like, let me see here. Richard Marchenko, okay, was a Navy SEAL. He created SEAL Team 6. And he used to be a typist before he went into the SEALs in Southwest Asia. And he got mad at his typewriter and he threw it out the window into the street. Obviously, he got in trouble for that. And they told him, they said, well, you're going to get, some hard time for being stupid, or you can go and become a Navy SEAL. So he said, I'll become a Navy SEAL. That's what he did. So, Larry, don't be throwing stuff into the trash. Computers are expensive. Let me see. Larry Piercy, 765, don't need it. Don't waste your time. Larry Piercy, don't want work parole, just work permit. It's $265 for a work permit. Don't waste your money. Just wait for the green card. Larry, you make enough cash, you can take care of your Thai wife once you get married. You can take care of her until she gets her green card. You don't need a work permit. Just save the money. The only folks that should be getting a work permit is if the sponsor needs his new wife or husband to go to work to make money for the house. Larry, you don't need to do that. Don't waste your money on the work permit. Let me see. Rohit, hi Diego. Can I ask you a question? My K1 visa medical exam in India during an appointment, asking for package for instructions letter. Any ideas what it is? My K1 visa medical exam in India during an appointment is asking for a package for instructions. Okay, that's going to be, you got to write a letter of the persons who are going to be at the medical exam and any K2s. Okay. Asking for package for instruction. Who's the doctor? That's going to tell you who the civil surgeon is for your medical exam. It's going to be in Mumbai. Where you at in India? So you're going to have your visa interview in Mumbai, the consulate. So it's asking you for package for instructions during an appointment. So it's under the appointment section of the SEAC account. Is that what you're telling me? It's just who the doctor is, who's authorized to give the medical exam. T-Bone 1241. My fiance has a copy of her birth certificate from Colombia. Okay, it is a copy of the original. That qualifies as the original birth certificate they require, correct? They want to see a copy and they want to see the original. They want to see both. When Karina went to her visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, she had her original birth certificate and a copy of her birth certificate. They took the copy. So you got to have the original and a copy, but you don't have to translate it into English. But you do have to translate it into English for the green card application. Larry Piercy, oh, so once you get green card, you don't need anything else. No, once you get the green card, then you're good until you have to lift the conditions, because the green card is going to be only good for 2 years. 3 months from, so you look at the green card, okay? Now let's suppose the issue date on the green card is July 2024, okay? That's the issue date on the green card. In July of 2026, the green card is going to terminate. It's going to expire. It's only good for 24 months. So you start at July 2026, and then you go back 3 months, July, June, May. So in April of 2026, you're going to, 90 days before the green card expires, you're going to submit paperwork to lift the conditions off the 2-year green card. You must do it exactly 90 days before it expires. Don't wait 91 days. If you wait 91 days, you're going to get everything sent back to you. If you wait past the time, you're going to get deported. So within that 90-day window of time, like you've got 90 days to get married on the I-94, right? You've got 90 days before the green card expires to lift the conditions off the 2-year green card, and then you wait for the 10-year green card. Larry Piercy, I thought it was a mandatory work permit. No, it's not mandatory. It's an option. Okay? You don't have to apply for a work permit. The green card is a work permit. The green card is a permit to live in America. The green card says you can go get a driver's license. Okay? The green card says you can go get a job and go work and do whatever. The work permit is temporary that you can use while you're waiting for the green card if you want to go to work right away. In your case, you don't have to. In your case, your Thai wife to be in the future can hang out with you until she gets her green card, unless you want to put her to work. If she doesn't need to work, don't waste your money on the EAD. Don't waste your money. I just saved you $265, Larry. I just saved you a bunch of money. But that's why we're here. That's what we're doing the channel for. That's why we're doing this. You need to get T-Bone. You got to get an original birth certificate and a copy of the original. You got to bring the original birth certificate to the visa interview. If she doesn't have an original birth certificate, she needs to go to the Colombian birth records place. There's a bunch in Bogota, and get an original birth certificate. And that's what you got to do. Renika Kendall, good evening, Diego and Karina. So just wait for the green card to be able to travel and work. That's it. Just wait for the green card. Hang out. Put your feet up. Relax. Watch videos. Go for walks. Learn how to drive. Study the Constitution. Learn about American history. Practice your English. Although you already know how to speak English. Okay? Start planning a vacation. Start planning on becoming a citizen. What do you got to do to become a U.S. citizen? You got all this time now to do all this while you're waiting for your green card. Karina's just hanging out. She's learning how to drive a car. She's learning the barrio. She knows where Walmart is, Publix, TGY, TJ Maxx. She found TJ Maxx. She's doing great. She loves it in Florida. We're just waiting on the green card. Larry Piercy, party time. No, Larry, calm down. I will pay in kind ×2. You don't have to pay me nothing, Larry, but I just saved you $265. Priyanka here in sunny Alabama. T-Bone, look at that super chat. I appreciate the info. Helps me a lot for my fiance interview in Bogota. T-Bone, If you're in Colombia, if you're from Venezuela, or if you're in Colombia, we're going to help you. We're helping people all around the world, but we got a fondness for Colombia because I lived there for 2.5 years, and Karina lived there for 6 years. Thank you for that super chat, T-Bone. We appreciate it. And I just saved Larry Piercy $265, so he can spend that money on his beautiful Thai wife-to-be instead of on immigration. Priyanka here in sunny Alabama, waiting for the green card. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Karina's waiting for her green card too. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And Larry Piercy, what is your email? I don't use my email. I don't hardly use my email, Larry. Elliot, hey Diego, quick question. My interview in Bogota is April 30th, and my fiance is from Colombia. Well, okay. Which of the documents do I need to physically sign? What do you need to physically sign? The I-134. If you are the sponsor, you must sign in a black ink pen and date the I-134. And you must give your beneficiary the original I-134. If your beneficiary doesn't speak English in Colombia, she doesn't speak English, you can fill out the DS-160 for her, but you must put your name as the helper on the DS-160, and then you put her name at the bottom of the DS-160 as an electronic signature, and then you print it and submit it and print it. And then you got to get her the DS-160. So what documents do I need to physically sign? The I-134. Your tax returns. Write another letter of intent to get married. Okay? In English. Have your beneficiary write another letter of intent to get married in Spanish. You don't have to translate it into English in Bogota. Just have her write it. Unless she knows how to read and write English, then you're good. Make sure you bring your passports and birth certificates and all that jazz. And photos from your last trip when you last saw each other. Be ready for questions like, when was the last time you saw your beneficiary? When was the last time you were in Bogota? When they asked Karina, when was the last time Karina saw me? When was the last time you saw your sponsor? Well, about 2 hours ago, because he's sick in bed in our apartment in Colombia, in Bogota. I was sick as a dog. I had mountain fever, I had the flu, and God knows what else I had put on me. I don't know what else. I was sick as a dog. I couldn't get up. I was going to take Karina to the visa interview in Bogota, but I was sick. So she got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, got dressed in her business attire. And she said, Diego, just stay there. Don't get up. Stay there. You're sick. Don't be coming with me. And she went to the visa interview, and the immigration officer said, where's Diego? Well, where's your sponsor? Well, he's at home. He's sick. Oh, okay. So he's in Colombia. Yeah, he's in Colombia. And if the immigration officer had said, well, prove it, she had the boarding passes from when I arrived on October 31st, 2023 at El Dorado. She had them with her as evidence that I was in Colombia. And my 90-day tourist visa was getting close to expiring. So it was a pretty tight ship we were running when we were in Bogota. Let's see. Bud and Elliot, thanks for your help. No, Elliot, it's no problem. Bud Garcia, so once my fiance gets her green card, we can travel out of the country and take a cruise. Yes, if you want to, you can do that. Larry Piercy, the I-261 is for married. Don't even go there. You're on a K-1 visa. The I-261's got nothing to do with you. So forget about that form. Chris and Emma, my fiance, did fill out the DS-160 in Department of State. Well, that's what DS means. DS means Department of State. That's what DS means. I thought, let me see here. I did the email NVC status for the welcome letter. Very good. You did what I said, right? If you listen to me, if you follow my kind advice, I'm going to take you down the right path, and boom, you're going to get your K-1 visa. Elliot, so I would add my name as the preparer. No. Yes, on the DS-160, I thought I would keep it blank. That was wrong. Elliot, if you fill out the DS-160 for your beneficiary, you add your name as the preparer. I put my name as the preparer for the DS-160 for Karina. Karina doesn't speak English. I filled out the DS-160. I asked her the questions in Spanish over the phone. I filled it out. I put my name as the preparer, and then I put Karina's name as the signer, the signatory, which is an electronic signature. Then I submitted it to the embassy in Bogota. That's how you do it. But if you help fill out the DS-160, you got to put your name on that form somewhere. Let me see. Michael Bonsu, does the beneficiary sign the I-134? No! Michael Bonsu, the beneficiary does not sign the I-134. The only time a beneficiary signs the I-134 is if the beneficiary is applying for a B2 tourist visa. Then the beneficiary has to prove her income, and she has to prove she or he is coming back to his or her country, and she signs or he signs the I-134. When you apply for a tourist visa, you have to fill out an I-134, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary. When you are applying for a K-1 visa, an immigrant visa to enter America, it's the sponsor's responsibility to take care of the beneficiary. So the sponsor fills out the I-134. The sponsor signs the I-134. Tell me you understand that. Guys, make sure you understand that. Your beneficiary does not sign the I-134 under a K-1 visa status, only under a B2, B1 tourist visa. Rohit, is this package for instructions letter you get from Mumbai consulate once your case is in ready status? Once your case is in ready status, then the embassy, the consulate in Mumbai is going to, hopefully they're going to email you with instructions. Because my medical exam anywhere in India asking for this letter before we let you go into the medicine. Okay. You don't go into any medical exam, doctor, for your medical exam for the embassy interview. You just don't go to any doctor and say, I need a medical exam. You go to a doctor that the U.S. State Department has given the consulate in Mumbai permission to use. Okay? When Karina had her medical exam in Bogota, Colombia, on the 9th floor of this big hospital, she had to go to a doctor that was approved by the U.S. government in Bogota. Dennis was this Dennis, Dr. Dennis. When you go for your medical exam in Mumbai, you must go to a doctor that's on that list of approved doctors on that packet for email. So look at that email from the embassy, from the consulate in Mumbai, and look for the list of doctors that are approved by the government, U.S. government. That's who you go to for your medical exam. That's why these doctors are asking you for that form, because they want to see if their name is on that list. Okay, that's the reason they're asking. I think it includes, let me see, it's like an appointment letter. It's an email. It's an appointment letter you get from the Mumbai consulate. Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. I think it includes your case number and invoice number and person's name. Can you please help me? Your sponsor should have got that email. Who's your sponsor? Your sponsor, your sponsor in the United States should have got that email. And then on that email, there's a list of doctors that are approved by the State Department to do the medical exam in Mumbai, India. You got to contact your sponsor and ask him or her for that information. Larry Piercy, I never got a welcome letter. Am I in trouble? No, you're not in trouble. Rohit, I never hear about it before. Well, your sponsor is supposed to be telling you what's going on. Chris and Emil, okay, thanks. She should be here like June or July. That's right, June, July. Bud Garcia, Larry, you got the welcome letter. It says K1 FTP. That's what it is, K1 FTP. John Hinston, is it normal to take this long for my embassy to contact me? It's been 8 weeks. What country? John, please remind me of the country. Willie Ned, if I know the person for 6 months, can I still complete the visa fiancé application? Only if you love the person. Do you love each other? Are you in a relationship? Did you have an engagement party? Did you have a little get together? Have you been to visit your beneficiary two times? spent a lot of time together? Do you have a lot of evidence in those 6 months that you guys have been together? I live with Karina from Nigeria. Okay, Lagos, Nigeria is taking a little bit of a slow time right now. It's taking about 3 months. Okay, so give it another 4 weeks. Willie Nate, if I know the person for 6 months, can I still complete the fiancé visa application? Sure, you can. Have you met each other face to face within 2 years? When was the last time you saw your beneficiary? How much time did you spend together? Did you live together for a month? Did you spend 2 months on vacation with her? Out of those 6 months, were you together for 2 or 3 months? I went to visit Karina in Bogota, Colombia on vacation for I think it was like 2 weeks. I stayed for 5 weeks. I went back to the United States, and Karina missed me so much, she said, come back to Colombia. So I came back to Colombia and stayed for 5 months. I had my tourist visa was good for 3 months and then for 3 months. Then I went back to the United States and I filed for the K1 visa. So I've been living together for five months and for 5 weeks. So that's about 6 months together, living together. And we've known each other for over a year. So, then I went back to Colombia and lived with her. We lived together for 11 months, almost 12 months. I didn't want to be out of the United States longer than 11 months. So I went back to the United States and then went back to work. So I had to make some money. I had to make some dinero, right? I heard that I need to know the person for at least 2 years. That's not true. That's not true. You got to have met each other face to face within 2 years before you file your K1 visa. So you're getting confused. You are confusing the fact that you have got to be in each other's presence within 2 years before you file the visa. You don't have to know each other for 2 years. 6 months is gone. If you live together for 6 months and you've known each other for 6 months and you've made one trip and you live together for 6 months, that's plenty of time to get to know somebody, right? That's not true, Willie Nay. So disregard that. John Hinston, thank you so much. No problem, John. We're here for you. Willie Nade, I met her in her country and I have pictures and evidence. Do you have pictures with friends or just her? Immigration want to see pictures with you, your beneficiary, and all her friends and her family and her mom and her dad and her brothers and her sisters and her nephews and her nieces. Those are pictures immigration want to see, not selfies. Immigration don't care about selfies. Larry Piercy, tu astronomia, Joaquin, Estados Unidos. Yeah, we missed each other terribly. It was very difficult being up. We were separated for a year. That was tough, man. It was tough. Rohit, I went to medical from the list only. That's the list they're talking about. They provide, but they are asking for the ready status appointment letter. That comes from your sponsor from the MVC. You get from the consulate or from the embassy saying the case was ready. That document's called Packet 4. Yes. It was sent in an email from Mumbai to you and your sponsor or to your sponsor. It was sent to me for Karina. They needed to see that email also. The doctor in Bogota, Colombia needed to see that MVC welcome letter, the K1 FTP letter. They needed to see the MVC welcome letter before they would schedule the medical exam. Look for the K1 FTP welcome letter. That's what they want. Ren S, I was able to reach out to an African restaurant in Texas, and they don't have menus to give. And the lady who worked there sent me the menu, so I screenshot it along with a text and printed it as a wedding proof in color. Ren S, salute. Mountain Dew salute for Ren S. Good job. That's good wedding plans right there. Then for my wedding plans for our reception dinner, I found an Indian restaurant, but they never answered the phone, so I emailed their catering department and printed it and their menu. Ren S, double Mountain Dew salute. Larry Piercy, my fiance doesn't miss me. Well, can you blame her? Seriously, Larry, come on, chill out, brother. I'm joking. Of course she misses you. Rohit, so can I print this ready stat paper from SIAC? Any idea? Or should I email Mumbai for the appointment letter for case ready? Rohit, you got to ask your sponsor, where's the K1 FTP letter? That's what you got to print. Your sponsor has it in his or her computer. It's the K1 FTP email. Look in your spam email. Look in the emails from the consulate. It's K1. It's K1. Which FPT letter? Look in your emails, and your sponsor needs to look in emails for the K1 FPT email. I have a lot of documents to mail. I understand that, Renes. Renes, if I put my documents in an envelope, if I put it in a box to mail DHL, we'll charge $278. Are my documents safer in a box when mailing to Ghana, or the expense of the envelope? It's take it to FedEx and let FedEx decide on what is the best way to secure the paperwork. Okay. Josias Pazelli, hi Diego, greetings from Argentina. A salute to Argentina and a salute to the new president of Argentina. I like your president. Okay, he's one heck of a strong capitalist, freedom-loving Argentinian. I love your president. If I could send him a campaign donation, I would, but I can't. But I love Argentina, and I love your president. Can you explain, Diego, how is the process while you are waiting for your green card? The process while you're waiting for your green card, once you've applied for the green card, you just kick back and wait for it. You just kick back and wait for it. Josias, is that correct? Mi amor, ayúdame. Josias, can you explain, Diego, how is the process while you're waiting for your green card? Once you've applied for the green card in the United States of America, you've filled out all the paperwork and submitted it. The process is you pick your feet up and wait for it. That's the process. You just wait for it. Let me see. Rohit, so can I print this ready status paper from SIAC? No, it's an email from the embassy. The Mumbai consulate sent the K1 FTP packet 3, packet 4 email to your email account or your sponsor's email account. That's what you got to look for. That's what you got to print. The packet 3, packet 4 email, plus the K1 FTP email, which is the welcome letter from the NBC. Larry Percy, just send money. Well, quit sending money. Joseas, should I get my social security number before I get my green card? Or I wait for my green card to get my social security number? It's up to you. Once you get to the United States of America, you can get your social security number with your I-94 form and your passport and your K1 visa. Take those documents down to the Social Security Administration, apply for your social security number, and you'll get it in about 10 days. Then when you fill out the paperwork to adjust status for green card, they're going to ask you, do you want Homeland Security to process your social security number for you? You're going to say no because I already got it, and you're going to write your social security number down on the paperwork. See right here, when you fill out your paperwork, right here, when you fill out your I-485, okay, right here, I don't know if you can see that, Social Security card. They ask the question, has the Social Security Administration ever officially issued you the Social Security card? You're going to check yes or no. If you got your Social Security number early, you're going to say yes, I already got it. And then you're going to put the Social Security number right there. This is page 2 of 20, okay? If you don't want to get your Social Security number right away, if you want Homeland Security to process your Social Security number, then you check these boxes right here, yes and yes, okay? Do you want the Social Security Administration to issue a Social Security card? Yes. Do you want Homeland Security to do it for you? Yes. So there's 2 ways to get your Social Security number. You can apply for it yourself with the I-94, or you can let Homeland Security apply for it for you off of the I-485. It's up to you. Ren S, but DHL wants $400 plus to mail my documents to Ghana. If I put my documents in an envelope, yet if I put it in a box to mail, DHL will charge $278. We'll send it the most economical way, just as long as it gets there. Ren S, are my documents safer in a box when mailing to Ghana or an expense envelope? Either it's whatever's. It's probably going to be safer in a box, honestly. It will be safer in a box. Rohit, it's K1. Which FPT letter can you say again, sir? K1 FTP. It's your welcome letter from the MVC. That's what you got to print. It's over £1 for sure. Yeah, Ren S. Joseas, Diego, you are the best. And I like the hot. I wouldn't say that. Been approved. I have been approved also because you helped a lot with your videos. Javier Milei is a great president. I salute the president of Argentina, Javier Milei. He gets 1,000,000 Mountain Dew salutes. Okay, he's a great president. Argentina, we salute you. Ren S, Michael Bonsu, did you get an interview in Accra, Ghana yet? Michael Bonsu, yes, it's scheduled for May 2nd. Priyanka, my social security number says my married name. Health insurance with my husband also says my married name. Is that okay for USCIS? All utility bills says my married name as well. Priyanka, you get a Mountain Dew salute for putting together a perfect green card package application. And now I'm out of Mountain Dew. It's all gone. Let me see. Joseas, what do you recommend, Diego? Your advice would be to get it with the application of green card or apply for myself. Talking about social security number. Are you going to? Here's what I would do. Just go down to the Social Security Administration with your passport and your I-94. You know what an I-94 is, right? And apply for your social security number. And it will be less work for Homeland Security. The less work they got to do, the quicker your green card is going to get approved, right? Go down to the Social Security Administration, apply for your Social Security card, but it's only going to be good for 90 days because you're on an I-94. Once you file for your green card, you're going to write your Social Security number on page 2. Once you get your green card, you go back to Social Security office and you upgrade your status from I-94 to legal permanent resident. The Social Security Administration will take that 90-day hold off of your Social Security number and give you a indefinite date. You become a legal permanent resident. Okay? You got it? Josias, go ahead and apply for it. As soon as you go get it, before you file for your application for your green card. Larry Piercy, what are you talking about? Social Security number on page 20. It's page 2, Larry. Pay attention. Page 2 of Form I-485 is where you can either write your beneficiary, where your beneficiary writes her Social Security number down if she has one, or she can apply for it with Homeland Security. That's all it is, Larry. I made a video about it. Priyanka, we applied for Alabama State ID. They mentioned that they will check with USCIS. They will and approve my state ID. Alabama State contacting USCIS on my state ID. Will it be a positive thing? Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Michael Bonsu, I guess so. What do you mean you guess so? You got this. Josias, yes, I will get it before I file my green card application. That's good. Josias, here's what you do. You go and apply for your Social Security card. It takes about 10 days. Once you get it, make sure your name is on all the utility bills. Make sure your name is on the title to the car, onto the rent, on the deed to the house, or to the lease agreement to the apartment, wherever it is you live. Make sure that your name is on the gas bill, the water bill, the electric bill, whatever, everything that puts you in this house with your with your sponsor. You got to prove to immigration you guys live together. Make sure you include lots of photos of your wedding with people, not just the two of you. Okay? We had a big wedding on the beach. We had it packed with people. I got a group photo of everybody, and I had to list everybody's name. Okay? That's what they want to see. Let me see. Lots of questions. Michael Bonsu, keep it positive. At this point, Renee says, I'll take whatever interview I can get. K1 knocked the wind out of my patience, and that the embassy has stressed me out in ways that are not reasonable. That's what immigration wants to do. Stress you out. They want to see if you guys are really in love with each other. Are you in a real relationship? So they keep sucker punching everybody to see if you can stand up to this wind. Can you stand up to this headwind? If you guys love each other in a real relationship, you're going to make it through. Nothing's going to bother you. Larry Piercy. No, let me see. Well, you will go over my green card application. Yes, I will. I will, Larry. I will go over your green card application. Renes, happy for all those out there who put their K1 interview in Accra, Ghana. I know it wasn't easy. Well, I think I can say that I will take a little pat on the back for getting the embassy in Ghana opened back to K1 visa applications. Josias Pazelli. Diego, I'm still mind blown by the fact that you answered me the other day that you can get the green card in 4 to 5 months. I thought it would take like more than 1 year. No. Put together, Josias. Put together a strong green card application. Like I just mentioned. Put together a big, thick green card application. You'll get it 4 or 5 months. Renes, tonight I'll fill out my I-134 with the guidance of your video. There you go. Good. My lawyer dashed up the info on my I-134. Larry Piercy, thanks. You're welcome. Renes, never again will I hire a lawyer. Okay. Let's go over immigration attorneys. They do a good job. For the most part, there's a few that mess paperwork up. For the most part, they do a good job. But do you need an immigration attorney to file a green card application? No, you don't. It's not difficult paperwork. It's easy. Do you need an immigration attorney to file a K1 visa application? No, you don't. The paperwork is easy. You just got to pay attention to details, and you just got to make sure you know what you're doing, and you don't forget anything. Okay? Immigration attorneys make a lot of money doing very little work for K1 applications and green card applications. You don't need their help. The only time you need an immigration attorney to really help you with your case is if you have a conviction, a criminal conviction, okay, like a felony of some kind, and you can have a consultation with an immigration attorney to review your criminal record history to see if you qualify for the benefit. That's when you hire an immigration attorney. Hey, can you go over my criminal history and tell me if I qualify for a K1 visa? If you don't qualify, don't waste your money, don't waste your time. If you do qualify, pay the immigration attorney for his consultation fee, then go home and fill out your K1 visa by yourself, or watch the videos I've made. Let me see. Josias. Yes, I will use all the evidence possible. I took more than 900 documents to my interview. It took me 5 minutes because my case was extremely strong. Literally 5 minutes of interview to get my K1. Boom. High five. Renes, tonight I'll fill out my I-134. Never again will I hire a lawyer. Renes. Good decision. When you get ready for the green card stage, jump on. We'll help you with the green card application also. Michael Bonsu, Renes, don't do that again. We got Diego. I'm here for you. Jason Mabry, even though we put a very strong I-129F, my fiance was denied based on one photo of our engagement ring. Ghana is tough. But Jason, you can get that denial reopened, in my opinion, I'm not illegal. It's not legal opinion. It's just from experience from the past, from other people. You can get your visa reopened through USCIS with those affidavits that I told you to get. Another option could be that you relocate. Once you get the case reopened, okay, USCIS looks at it again and says, why? They will call Garner and say, why did you do that? Why did you deny this visa? Okay. Maybe you could then, once you get it reopened and reapproved, you could relocate your beneficiary to another country and redo the K1 visa interview somewhere else, like in a different country. Josias Pazzelli, Diego, you said in one of your videos something truly interesting. After you get married in the USA, how many days you have to deliver the package of adjustment of status? You have a time limit to do that. There's no time limit. Once you get married, the time limit is you got 90 days to get married. The I-94 cancels out the K1 visa. You land it, the airplane lands in America. You get off the plane, your K1 visa is no longer valid. Now then you go face to face with a Border Patrol officer. That officer, he or she will initiate an I-94 90-day window of time in which you must get married. The I-94 is a critical document. It's more important than the K1. You get married within 90 days. You print copious copies of your I-94. Print 5 copies of your I-94 off the Border Patrol website. Bring the I-94 form to the Social Security Administration with your passport and K1 that's now expired. Get your Social Security card. Get your Social Security number. Then put together a strong green card application. That could take 2 months. You want to put, once you get your Social Security number, you want to get on your bank. You want to become joint owners on the bank. You want to get, then you have to wait a month for bank statements to come in with your name on the bank statements, right? So immigration give you 2 to 3 months to get a strong green card package application put together. If it takes a little bit longer than 3 months, that's fine. If you got married within 90 days, you will not go out of status because you got married within 90 days. If you don't get married within 90 days, you're out of status and you will be deported. Okay? You got it? Renes, I've come this far. I won't let that embassy fail me. Good, positive. Renes, positive attitude. That's great. Josias, I wonder what is my status, or how is it called technically when you get married and you delivered the green card? You become a legal permanent resident, LPR. Your status will be known as an LPR, legal permanent resident. On probation, you get 2-year green card. Josias Pazel, how do they know that I got married between 90 days if I haven't delivered my green card package? Well, here's how they know. Your I-94 is going to say between this day and this day. Karina's I-94 expired on April 3rd, I think it was. April, when? On April 8th, 2024, Karina's I-94 expired. But we're waiting for her green card, right? How does immigration know? When they open up, when you submit your green card application, when you finally submit it, they're going to look at the marriage certificate. And on the marriage certificate, there's going to be a date that you got married. They're going to match that date with the I-94. Does that date on the marriage certificate fall in between those 90 days? If it does, you're good. No problems. It's all good. If the marriage certificate date goes past the 90 days, you're not in good shape. You're going to get deported. So how does immigration know? When they get the green card application. Okay? When they get it, it could take you 4 months to get it sent. Okay? It could take you 4 months. If it does, don't worry. As long as you got married within 90 days, you are within status. You got it? Tell me you understand, Josias. So how does immigration know? They look at the marriage certificate, the date on the marriage certificate, and they look at the I-94. Did Karina need to translate her birth certificate? Not for the embassy in Bogota, but for the green card, yes. When Karina applied for her green card, we translated her birth certificate into English, okay? And they didn't need it translated at the embassy in Bogota. Bogota couldn't care less. They can speak Spanish. They can speak English in Bogota. But the green card adjudicators don't speak Spanish or Chinese or French or German. They speak American. So you got to translate the birth certificates, okay, into English for the green card application, but not for the immigration interview at the embassy in Bogota or the consular office in Dominican Republic. So, Josias, do you understand now? Okay. Here's the marriage certificate. Here's the I-94. Immigration look at the date on the marriage certificate and they compare it to the I-94. If you got married within the days of the I-94, you're in status. If you didn't, you get deported. That's how it works. Even if it takes you 4 months to send the green card application to immigration, they're not going to come hunt you down until they get the green card application. Okay? If you never send in a green card application, then they're going to come look for you, because then there's a problem. Let me see. Josias, I got it, Diego. You are really good at explaining. No problem. I'm glad you understand. Josias, did Karina need to translate her birth certificate? Yes, she did. She translated it into English for the green card application using a company called thespanishgroup.org. They don't pay me to say that. That's who we used. Let me see. Renes Diego, you were the only person that was willing to call out Accra, Ghana Embassy for not allowing us to schedule interviews. Senator in Texas refused to help me. Well, I'm going to have a few words with those two senators, okay? But that's all I'm going to say on that. Let me see. Jason Mabry, I don't believe in immigration attorneys, but I did hire one to help me to reopen our case. That's no problem with that. All the affidavits and working with MVC USAS and Governor Michael Cloud, very good. That's a good, there's no problem, Jason, with hiring an immigration attorney when you get a denial and you want to make sure it gets fixed. I got no problem with people doing that. I recommend it. Anita Yao, did you schedule the interview yourself? Anita, I scheduled Karina's visa interview at the embassy in Bogota, Colombia for her on this computer right here in Florida. Josias understands. No matter which step I'm in. Ren S. Josias, what other documents do I need to translate to English for my green card application beside my birth certificate? Well, you're from Argentina. Is your passport in English? And can you read your passport? Is your passport in English and in Spanish? I can't think of anything right now. I can't think of anything. Only the birth certificate is what I can think of for the green card application. For the K1 visa, you got to you'd have to translate the letter of intent to get married, the police certificate, the birth certificate on some embassies. But for the green card, just the birth certificate is all you need to translate. My passport is in English and Spanish, so you don't have to worry. Your passport's good. So just the birth certificate. Let me see. Priyanka, thank you for your answers, Diego and Karina. Have a nice day. Priyanka, no problem. Priyanka in Alabama, just up the road. And then Larry's is in Florida, down that way. Josias, Diego, one day we'll have to pay for the whole lunch and dinner and dessert and everything. I need to go to Florida to visit you. Josias, you don't need to do that, my friend. What's important is you get your green card, and you're going to get it. You're going to get it. If you listen to my videos, if you listen to the live streams, ask me questions. I'll pull you through the finish line, okay? Josias, I don't know if Karina knows what is an asado argentino. I know what that is, okay? But she can explain to you. Do you want to understand this? Karina knows what that is. She said it's very rico, muy rico. See? The best, it's the best barbecue ever. If you like beer, we can share some. I don't drink beer. I don't drink. But I would love to try that Argentinian barbecue, most definitely. Jason Mabry, I decided to put some serious pressure on the embassy in Accra. That's how you do it, right? You got to push back. Push back. Josias, you don't need to translate your Argentinian passport. You're good to go. Just the birth certificate. Use the SpanishGroup.org. They will get it done in a couple of days for the translation in 2 or 3 days. And it's not very expensive. Josias, do I need to translate my police certificate for my green card application? You don't need to include a police certificate in your green card application. It's not required. You already did all the police checks at the embassy. The U.S. Embassy in Argentina already cleared you to leave Argentina for the United States by checking your police record. Now you're good. What's going to happen now is you're going to get biometrics. Once you pay for your green card application, it's going to include a fee for biometrics. That's when they're going to do the police check on you at the biometrics in the United States. So you don't need a police certificate for your green card application. That part's done. Anita, got approved after 6 months. Wow. They said it will take 2 to 4 weeks to send the letter with the case number. Tomorrow will be exactly 4 weeks. No response. Should I send them a mail? Send them an inquiry. Anita, send an inquiry, okay? Just send an inquiry. Okay, guys, I've been talking for almost an hour and a half. Joseo gets the last word from Argentina. Diego, can I fly inside the USA if I haven't got my green card? Yes, you can. You can go anywhere you want in the United States of America without a green card. You can go to Hawaii. You can go to Alaska. You can go to Texas, California, Nevada, anywhere you want. You can travel on your passport. But don't leave America, because then they won't let you back in without a green card or advance parole. But even then, that's risky. See you guys on Mercoles at 6 p.m. Central Time. Wednesday, 6 p.m. We'll be back. Josias, we're glad we helped you out. If you want to fly in if you want to travel within the United States, you can do so without a green card. Just don't leave the United States of America. We will see you guys on Wednesday.